And there's
We're
people,
here.
and there's people here.
You guys.
My face looks red. It's all happening.
But red face aside, this works so well. And we're live and everyone's here. And how happy does that make you?
It makes me happy.
So, you guys, we are live. Timmy and I. Sunny's down. I've been wanting to make these chocolate chip cookies that my friend sent me, a healthy chocolate chip cookie, different than the ones that I've already shared with you. So we thought it'd be fun to just talk to you and chat with you guys while I made the cookies.
Yeah, I have a lot to talk about.
He does.
And Whitney wants to make these cookies. Today has not been a great day. And I think... Thanks. It is a cool pink shirt. I think we should talk about why it hasn't been so great and like what's going on.
Okay.
I'm also, Whitney is not psyched about this. She wanted to make chocolate chip cookies.
No, I want to
I'm
talk
also
about
gonna
that too,
feed-
because it's good for us to talk about, but I want to do it while making chocolate chip cookies, because I feel like quarantine is all about just doing a million things at one time.
Great point. So yeah, she's gonna make the cookies, and I'll talk to you guys about what's been going on. So it's just, first of all, I just want to caveat everything by saying that like, when anyone asks like how we're doing, I'm always like, we're good, we're fine. Like we have food, we have a roof over our heads, we're all healthy. So given the current circumstance, we are fine. However, like that doesn't mean that like it is still some things going on, and we find that when we talk about it, it always seems to be helpful. So we're not on the front lines. We are not, delivery people who are putting themselves at risk. We fully get that. There are other people out there who have it much worse, but maybe some of you are like us and are curious to know like what's going on with the people who are just sitting in their house.
Don't worry, keep up. You're not that late.
So I just feel like tired.
Like physically or mentally?
Like mentally, like there's so much cooking, there's so much cleaning, there's so many chores. Like the work that I want to do to try and sell TV shows, like there's like no time to do that. So none of that is happening for me very much. Like I'm very focused on helping Whitney with her social media, and like that's great because that pays the bills and like that's what's most important. But it leaves me in like a weird position where if Whitney says like I gotta go do work, then it's like, okay, well, like I'm left to go do all the house stuff when like, but I also have to do this, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm doing both and get no break. But it's really not even so much of like how we have divided the labor. It's more just like there's no weekend to work towards. There's nothing, like maybe because it's been raining, I don't know, it'll get better when we can go outside, but it's just been raining for 5 days, and we've been in the house, and it's just a lot. And I feel bad when I put TV on for Sunny and do something else. And it just today kind of caught up with me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think today was likely especially hard, yes, because it has been 5 days straight of rain and we can't just go outside and like enjoy the sunlight while Sunny's out there. Like it's either you're in here all hands on deck or there's no other option because of the rain. So I think part of it is that's all caught up. And then also I had pretty much back to back work things during the time when Sunny is awake, and that left you with a lot more of the Sunny responsibility. But just like you said, you feel like you have no break. Like I feel the same. Like I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's not really like
with
about you or there's also this like underlying feeling I think between us of like who's working harder, you know what I mean? Because like the person who's working hardest, that's the one who gets to complain, and like that's better than being like the one who's getting complained to, and it's not even like, it doesn't make me feel better that like, yeah, when you go to do like work stuff, you're still on also in like a
Right.
totally different way. Like I want you to have breaks also. It doesn't help me that like you're in just a bad a position or
Right.
whatever, or you're just as like, you know, tired. I wish you weren't tired, you know? And I don't want to have this like who can do more like under the surface competition.
I don't want that either. That's why part of me wonders if there's some sort of schedule we can enact so it's not all over the place and it's not just like random, you know, where it's something that there's a certain block of time during the day that you're free and there's a certain block of time that I'm free when Sunny's awake, and that we're each given the same amount of time of free time. I don't know, like how are you guys kind of handling it? For us, we do mostly everything together, you know, so it's
Sorry,
and
what were you
every
saying?
day is also going to be different based on the schedule too. Like some days are busier than others. But yeah, I'm curious to hear how other people who have full-time jobs are managing this, like how you guys as couples are managing it.
Well, you guys can write into that. It's like my red face I can only see when you go live. It's really awful. But there are some comments about how like I'm a Virgo and you're
Pisces.
I'm like, believe me, I don't really take a lot of stock in that and feel like it's actually a little dangerous. But one thing that people keep saying about Virgos is that like they need to like organize and like keep things neat, and like that definitely speaks to me.
Yes.
I wonder what
my sign is like.
or just like what the people out there who believe in signs think about
A Virgo and a Pisces together.
yeah, like what are the Pisces things that go well and don't go well with the Virgo? Just out of curiosity.
Helpful things to look out for. Focus on instead of.
I mean, I think like we have to like release some of the guilt of letting Sunny watch TV a bit, because like we just have no choice. It's just like he's at a tough age too. Like we take him out for a walk and we live on a street that's not very busy, but like cars drive up and down it, and like
it's a hill and you can't always see the cars that are coming up, and it's just, and there's no sidewalks, so there's only room for Sunny to be running around in the streets.
right. So we have to like watch him, and he doesn't want to be watched, and like he wants to run around and go in the mud, and like we have these neighbors who have a leaky thing where it's just like disgusting sewage or whatever running next to the thing, and he wants to like jump in it, and I'm like, this walk is terrible. I hate this walk. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck this walk.
I know, and that feels like the only thing that we can really do besides get in the car and go somewhere, which actually has been the nicest thing I think that we've been able to do. Besides when it's nice out and we can sit outside, I think drives are
Right.
a necessity. But yeah, I think personally, I think that if you are feeling a little bit guilty about the screen time, I think that you need to try to release that. Because I don't know, I read an article by a child development specialist that I really, really respect. And she said to just, like, we've never had to deal with anything like this before, like the stress of all these different jobs, and that there's no room for feeling guilty about screen time right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that as like good advice to parents who are like beating themselves up, but at the same time, there's like a real part of my brain that's like, yeah, this is
Rotting his brain.
well, this is just like this is a function of me not wanting to put in the effort, and it's not what's best for him. And if I just try a little harder, like then I will be able to do something better for Sunny. And like it's really hard to be like, well, you know, F him, and you know.
I think you just have to check in with yourself and realize, and I have to do this too, like, do you have more to give, and be honest with yourself? Like, can you be a good present father right now? Or are you just gonna get so frustrated and you can't deal with it? Then I think the TV is what you resort to. But if
Yeah,
you feel
and
like
it's
you
not
have
like
a
we
little
don't
bit of
do it. I mean, I do it
Yeah.
every day.
Every
I get over this guilt very quickly and
Yeah.
put on the TV every day. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the people who are saying I'm being too hard on myself, but I'm not. Like I put the TV on every day, twice a day, for
But you
long periods
even
of
though
time.
you do it, you can still feel bad about doing it. Even though you're doing it, you can still have
Yeah.
these feelings.
Yeah, it's just tough. Another thing that's tough is like Whitney and I don't have 9 to 5 jobs, so it's not like there's like a clock in, clock out type of schedule. Like we just put in maximum effort to like putting out content and hope that deals come in as a result. Like that's how it works. That's how the business works. So if we have our foot on the gas in terms of like making stuff for you guys, then that's what's going to be best for our family. So it's very hard for us to clock out because it's like, who doesn't want to be, doing the most at all times?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's one of the harder things I'm balancing right now. It's not because it's not like this is required of me by my boss. Like I want to do this one to connect with you guys, but also like going live with Phoebe this morning, it wasn't something that I needed to get done in order to like hit a deadline or
Right.
get my weekly paycheck. Like
Right. So it's hard to know when to start and when to stop.
Yeah, and then when to feel guilty about doing it versus helping your partner take care of your child. Like
It's difficult.
Yeah.
And like really like normally this kind of stuff would breed contempt or like resentment between us. And not that it hasn't, but like I really do thank you for like I just have fully noticed that you have been frustrated or annoyed or whatever, and like I can feel you putting on your like I'm gonna be the best partner hat that I can because this situation is so crazy.
Yeah.
And so that I really appreciate, and like in turn I have tried to do that myself, even when I want to scream or like
run out the door.
Exactly. I'm like you
Yeah.
can't. You want to be there for your partner, and I guess what I try and do is like process things quickly, whereas in the past it would take me like getting mad, going for a walk, thinking about it, like processing it, and then coming back and being like, okay, like now I have some perspective. Like I'm just trying to like get to that point
right away. I know. I say the same thing. Like I have found when I start to have these kinds of difficult conversations with people, I always find myself just wanting to be like, but I just got to think positive and I just got to see the silver lining. And I'm like, you have to get to that place so quickly now because there's no room to feel that resentment or else like your whole little existence, which is literally all you have right now, is filled with grief, and like you can't, that is not a place to live in.
You
so
can't make this harder than it already is.
Yeah, like forces you to go through all the different stages of like for the anger, the sadness, the resentment, like it forces you to go through those in like
quicker,
the fastest rate you possibly can.
Well, so I'll just tell you what happened this morning, which sort of didn't set me off, but it got me down this path. And once you start, it's hard to kind of correct, even though we're trying. Like we woke.
I already feel better, even just having this conversation out loud with you.
Yeah, and like well, like so Whitney woke up, or we woke up, and it was like one of those mornings where like you wake up out of a super deep sleep, and the last thing you want to do is like be awake and start your day. And so like I got Sonny and we just put on a movie for him, and like I laid in bed with him for 45 minutes and watched the movie. And then Whitney was like, I have to do something at 10:30. And so I was like, okay, my plan is before this movie is done, I'm going to set up this activity for Sonny, these like inflatable bowling balls outside. And then when the movie's done, that's going to be ready for him, and there's going to be no lag time, and it's going to be perfect. Like the timing didn't work out. And right as I'm like about to take Sonny out, Whitney's like, oh, and like, by the way, I'm going to be doing something every other day at 10:30. And like, you're going to be on Sonny duty. Like,
Sorry. I didn't say 10:30, but I didn't clarify that most of
Clarify is not a word.
clarify.
Anyway, she's putting
I
clarified
startled you.
butter into her.
No, I'm not. I'm washing out my peanut butter cup.
This is what happened. This is what she said.
Yeah, this is
she
what-
was like
yeah,
every
you're
day
right.
every other day at 10:30 I'm gonna be going live, and you're gonna be doing the whole Sunny chunk by yourself. And I was like,
I didn't say that.
stop.
But I didn't say that.
Let me just get through it.
Okay.
So she did not. She said, I'm going to be going live every other day at 10:30. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to be doing this Sunny thing all by myself, because that's what that means.
Right. That's true.
And like, not that she can't do whatever she has to do. It's for work, and like that puts a roof over our head, so that's important. I get that, but it was like, no, like I don't get any. You're just telling me that this is now what my life is going to be like. So I was pissed, and then I went outside and we started playing with these.
Blow up bowling pins.
For 6 seconds. Like, he doesn't know how to
Yeah.
bowl. He doesn't follow the rules. He just knocked him over. And then he wanted to go inside and see what mom was doing. Like,
Yeah.
it was tough. And I was upset. And then Whitney came out and she, like, made sense of what she said. She was like, look, like, most of these things are going to be during his nap. I'm sorry. I should have explained to you.
Yeah,
Like,
it was bad timing, and I left out details, and it set him up for failure.
Right.
Yeah.
But as soon as she explained it, I understood, and I wasn't really upset anymore. But I had to quickly, like, you know, when you're upset because you think someone did something wrong, and then they tell you and they didn't do anything wrong, you're still upset.
Yes.
And I was like, I have to get rid of that.
Yes.
And like, so I tried to in the bedroom being like, look, I'm not upset. I get it. Like,
And I could tell you were trying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though
But
it's still in your.
Is it still in there right now?
No, not towards you. It's just. The only thing that's like jamming me up is like I just want to do the best by Sunny, and like not lose my mind.
Right. And I
think we should stop cooking dinner.
part of me thinks that us cooking these elaborate meals
Yeah.
is taking up too much time. And I think that time should be focused on him instead of us cooking the meals. Or we should get something where he can comfortably be sitting here, like kind of locked in somehow, and be cooking with us, like something interactive. But I do think the cooking takes up too much time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I
Yeah.
think we should cook our groceries, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
the rest of what we
power
have left.
through.
Yeah.
And then next week, okay, someone just said, but your worst is someone's best. Again, for anyone who didn't see the beginning of this, like, I gave myself a pass to complain knowing that there's a lot of people out there who are sick. So, like, anyone with the whole, but, like, you have it great, I get it.
Yeah,
But,
we know
like,
how
take it
lucky we
somewhere else.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next week we should just, like give ourselves a break with the food.
I think that's good. And I think it's all about trial and error too. It's like, let's try that.
We're just
and
figuring
see if
out
that
what works.
And, you know.
Yeah, alone time would be nice. Like, it would be so sweet if, like, someone came and babysit Sunny for, like, a week. That would be sick. Like,
If someone would, even if it could be like 2 hours a day, like an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening.
I love him so much.
Yeah,
but
we love him so much.
He's definitely like pushing some boundaries, and like
Yes.
we've been really like laxed with him, and like I think we're paying the price for it.
I think so too.
Like I don't think, like, you know, everyone was like, give yourself a pass, like let your kid eat a bowl of frosting for dinner, and it's like, that's just gonna make it harder on you
Yeah.
down the road when like all he wants to eat is frosting for dinner.
I think that's what's the frustrating part, is that it's not that he's not behaving well. I think he's behaving like a perfectly normal 2-year-old.
Yeah.
It's just that a 2-year-old, the attention span, what they can do, how much you can talk to them is just limited. And also he's learning his voice, and so and his independence, and he wants to say no. And so it's those moments when he's just challenging you all the time that make it all frustrating.
I completely agree.
But he's mostly not like that, but those bad moments with him are so like get you to such a red level that it makes the other good parts you like forget about the other good parts sometimes.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, sorry. Jade is here, I hear.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Jade. We miss you. Yeah, come babysit. Like,
She'll
get over here. I'll clean out the crap that's in Ophelia's room. And
Can we get my mom in here?
anyone. I'm sort of thinking about getting Sunny out of here.
Go have
Just kidding.
His own quarantine.
He'll be fine. We'll give him like 800 string cheeses.
Oh my god.
All right. Well,
string cheese does help. So do he's obsessed with gummies. Oh, let's talk about the bribing thing that we never said we would do that we're like sort of doing now.
Yeah, I was like bribing. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Being like, if you get in the bath, I'll give you a gummy bear.
We never wanted to do that ever.
And now we're doing it, and I'm ready to like
deal with the tantrums in order to not do that.
Oh my god.
This is the worst, chopping nuts. Will you chop the nuts for me?
Yeah.
I have the worst knife skills. I wasn't actually going to do it. As soon as I started
Can we just take a tiny break to explain what's happening here? So Whitney is a great baker, but she was taught to cut things with a steak knife.
I was never taught anything.
Directly onto the counter, or with maybe like a paper towel underneath. So I set up some tips to help her cut. And number one is set yourself up for success. Like put the cutting board not on like a crazy precarious place.
I'm trying to make this all work right now. Horrible. Timmy's gonna chop right here.
An appropriate knife.
What kind of knife do you use?
Just like a big chef's knife.
Okay.
Babe, why don't you walk them through what
I've done so far?
Yeah, we'll take a little cookie break.
Yeah, I'll take a little cookie break.
Sorry for my hand.
This is actually a really easy recipe that I'm this is fine. That my friend that Andrea, my friend, told me about that I'm trying. There's my cleavage.
Whitney, you cannot shake your boobs at Instagram Live.
Now they can see you chopping the nuts.
Oh, I'll give them a little tip.
Yeah.
First of all, real good tip, if you want not to have this slip, get a paper towel, little wetness, put it down, and then you put the thing on top. I mean, this didn't work out so great because the paper towel's bigger than the cutting board, but you get the idea. Look, and now we'll chop. What kind of chop do you want?
So,
like a rough chop?
Chop or just chop? No, I want it like still some chunks because of when I eat my cookie, I like there to be some good chunks in it.
Me too. I thought you didn't like those walnuts.
No, I do now.
Since when?
So listen, I'm making these chocolate chip cookies. They're refined, sugar-free, dairy-free. And it's so easy. Everything you just like throw in, but it's, I'll take a picture of it, and post it on my Instagram. It's just use coconut sugar instead of regular sugar, and you use rolled oats, and then you also use almond flour. Well, rolled oats are more of like just for that oatmeal-y texture. And then for flour, you're not using regular flour, you're using almond flour. And then there's no butter. You use any kind of nut butter that you want. The recipe calls for almond butter, but I'm doing cashew butter. Anyways, I'll post the recipe for you guys on my Insta.
Keep going. Someone keeps calling me.
But I'm gonna put the. Hold on, I'm gonna go back here so I can set this down. Now I've mixed kind of like all the wet ingredients, and I'm now gonna add in the nuts, the rolled oats, and the chocolate chips. Anyways, so you guys, I wonder who's calling Timmy right now. Who called you?
Junior.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta open the side door. Keep it going.
Okay, keep it going. All right, Whit, have you tried making Play-Doh with Sunny before? I have not. Can someone give me a recipe? I would love that. I heard this from my sister. She and her friends do virtual story time with their kids every few days, and each time a parent reads a story so the other parent can chill. Yeah, we definitely alternate book time. He loves to read books. That's actually a really easy activity for me to do, so I'll just lay in bed with him. Actually, I did this for the first time yesterday. I can't even lie about it. We read books to him before bedtime, nap time, and evening, but yesterday it was nice to just like use that as an activity when we laid in bed and just read him books instead of it just being nap time.
I just walked in.
You missed.
Yeah.
I was just answering some questions that they have while telling them the next steps of the cookies.
What a perfect job you're doing.
Oh my gosh, where are you? How much rolled oats? A quarter cup.
Quarter cup of rolled oats. Maybe we could put the cookie recipe in the comment section of this
Ooh,
YouTube
definitely can.
extravaganza.
Definitely. Oh my, only a quarter cup. Whoa, I'm so messy. Don't freak out.
Yeah, I can't
And a
wait to
quarter
clean this
cup
up
of
during
chocolate.
my free time.
I'll clean it up, don't worry.
Well, I gotta clean it up too because then I'm gonna lose the Who's Working Harder competition that's going
No,
on.
we don't have to have that competition.
No, I know.
I don't want us to have that competition.
And we shouldn't because I know you're not like taking advantage or slacking. It's just not in your personality.
No, but I do want to know when you're upset or if you feel like I am ever taking advantage.
No, I don't.
Instead of being quiet.
No, I will.
Okay.
I'm not shy. Is Jade still here?
I'm just going to look at all my mixture, guys. And I'm going to mix this all together.
With your hands?
No, with a spatula, a spoon.
Oh, a spatula spoon. All right, let's take some questions. Thank you guys for letting me vent. I hope that helps any of you who might be going through the same thing. Again, we're safe. We have food. In the grand scheme of things, we're great.
Yes.
And you know, I don't want to sound like a complainer, but might as well complain to a bunch of strangers online.
I just have a quick question for you.
For me?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
are we gonna do for dinner if we're not cooking? Like, I think we should still be cooking, but I don't think we need to be cooking as elaborate things. Like, just keeping things simple.
Well, not to point the finger
Yeah. I chose
at
those
you,
recipes.
but it's like you were getting sick of the simpler things.
I know.
And so we went to go to the more elaborate things because I wanted you to enjoy what we were eating.
I know.
I have this vision in my head of like, yeah,
Smells so
like getting takeout.
Every night.
Yeah, or cooking something that's really easy.
I'm down. I didn't know that you were down with getting that much takeout.
I think I am down with getting more takeout.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I
Ooh,
think it's
someone said, sorry, babe. I am Timmy in my marriage and my husband is deaf, the Whitney. This is so eye-opening. I need to give my husband more grace. Tony Van Epern, thank you. Tell us more what you mean. And I just also want to say, Lucia Hall, I see you.
Yes.
And I miss you.
Our peeps.
And I think you're great. And also, Celtic Girl, probably not pronounced Celtic Girl, right? Celtic Girl, I see you. I see you. Jade, there you are. I see you. I'm gonna get the Katsuya box for you.
Oh yeah, did she send you that too?
Yeah. All right. Here's a question for Whitney from VA. Hey Whitney, do you ever have trouble with being on camera? Do you feel like you were performing outside of the shows without realizing it? Great question.
For sure. It's actually weird how natural it came to me to kind of like play myself. Maybe that has to do something to do with the casting, and they knew that they just could tell by my casting tape that I would be comfortable in front of a camera. But the thing is that I've always felt comfortable in front of the camera. I just don't always love being in front of the camera. But I do feel like it's a place that I was sort of meant to be. Like my mom talks about me when I was younger, how I would just like sit in front of the mirror and make weird faces and speak like gibberish to myself and like always kind of performing.
I think that means you were meant to be weird.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Like I had books, I had notebooks, little diaries that just had like scribbles. Like every page was just like me scribbling, thinking I was probably journaling and like writing my deepest, darkest secrets, but I didn't even know how to write letters. That answer the question?
Yeah, I think that was a really good answer. Lucille Hall says, my husband Shannon makes fun of me because you guys notice us common subscriber, and the first time you mentioned my name, I mentioned it with a huge smile.
Aww.
You guys, we don't have that many subscribers. Like, I see you guys all the time.
Yeah, you guys are so loyal and we love you. Of course we see your name. What's our go-to takeout order? The last two, Michelle, that we've done have been from the same place, and they've been from Pizzana, which is this really good pizza spot on Robertson in West Hollywood.
Tell them what we got.
We got a sausage and fennel pizza, a kid's cheese, a margarita, like a version of a margarita, polenta bolognese, an apple pistachio gem lettuce salad, and roasted broccolini.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good.
I think it was actually Romesco.
Romesco.
Am I the most annoying?
No.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst. The internet hates my girl.
But I would love to. The thing is like, I straddle this thin line between wanting to eat whatever I want at all times and snacking nonstop, and then also feeling like a blob and wanting to take care of myself and knowing that if I eat healthy, I'm probably gonna like be happier and better. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be healthy to feel good because I don't want to feel like a disgusting blob, but I
feel very healthy.
Nonstop want to snack.
I haven't been snacking a lot, and I'm just running around all day. Jay Shri, I see you. Thank you for watching. Jay, did you say damn because of our order? Yeah, it was really good.
Really good.
All right, let's take some more questions. Timmy, did Whitney cut your hair? No,
I haven't.
she didn't.
I don't want to. I think it looks really handsome long.
Oh my god.
And I love it. I mean, I need to trim his neck.
Okay, we could talk about that later.
But
look at the grays, guys. This one came
sexy.
yesterday. It's sexy if you're like distinguished in any way. I'm wearing a pink long sleeve t-shirt.
You're very distinguished.
Hey Timmy from Helen Hicks, another fan favorite. Hey Timmy, my BF thinks it's so funny how much I message on here as I have a paralyzed vocal cord and can hardly talk in real life, but here you guys are so great. Sounds like Darth Vader. Oh, Helen, I'm sorry to hear that, but I just want you to know that we're communicating now.
Yes.
And we love having you here, and I've noticed you, and I really appreciate you guys for doing this with us.
Yeah, like thank God for social media.
Yeah, thank God for social media.
So nice.
What else can we update you guys on? Oh, we are doing more reaction videos to The City. We watched 2 episodes last night.
Yes.
Whoa, bouncy.
I know. I think it's because I'm gaining weight.
No, you're not.
The City reaction videos have been so much fun for me. Just like I said, sorry, I have cookie fingers. I don't always love filming, like always worthwhile after the fact, but watching the show has been so enjoyable for me, and watching you guys feel so nostalgic about it. Last night I literally got choked up thinking about my life.
She cried.
During those days.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
She cried.
I cried watching myself on The City.
Um,
Should you show them an update of how good my cookies are looking?
Yeah, let's go take a look. Thank you, Alyssa. She said my hair looks nice. Appreciate that.
What do you think about these so far?
These are different from the other ones?
Yeah.
I think they look great.
These
they
don't
have cherries in them, do they?
No, I didn't put any cherries in them. The reason that these are easier because the other ones I posted you guys that I'm sure a lot of you saw, the Pamela Salzman vegan chocolate chip ones, you make your own walnut butter and it's a lot more steps. Which is fine, they're delicious, but this is kind of one of those recipes where you just like throw everything together and it's a little bit more accessible.
So, okay.
What do you want to do for the rest of your free time? Like,
it's 3 o'clock. Sonny's going to be up in an hour. Mm-hmm. I'd like to do some more work on that TV show idea.
Yes.
I would have loved to have worked out.
You could still do that right now.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Olivia McGuire, do you guys go on long walks? No, we used to when we could put Sunny in the stroller. We would go on this really long walk, and it was like almost a workout, and it was so nice. And we would talk, and we would like discuss things and get a
Like
plan of
brainstorm
action.
things. It was like a really productive time for us.
Yeah, but Sonny he wants his independence too much.
Yeah.
And he wants to run into traffic and like fight cars. Kid is crazy.
It's really it's
But-
sad that we can't do that. But then again, it comes his.
I wouldn't want any
attitude
part of his
comes
personality. Yeah, like I want him to be
rambunctious.
adventurous and
Yeah.
jumping in dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
Timmy, what's your favorite thing about each other? Well, my favorite thing about myself is my red face. My favorite thing about
What's
Whitney.
your least favorite thing about yourself?
This is the best thing to wake up to on a Saturday morning. Please don't cut your hair, Timmy. No, the only way I would cut my hair is if we did it on a YouTube live and I let you guys tell Whitney what to do.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yes. A lot of people are asking what we're watching. We get to watch basically like Sunny goes down at 8-ish. We finish cleaning up at like 8:30. We're done. We're like free, and we'll get into bed, and it'll be 9 o'clock, and we'll put on our normal shows. Last night we watched Survivor, which is really good this season,
And Real Housewives of New York, which was really
good.
good too.
For anyone who's watching Real Housewives of New York out there, I'll give you my 2 cents. I didn't know if it could survive without Bethany because I just thought it would seem like lame. But those women are so god awful.
So
They're just such bad people that like it's gone. It's 11:59 bad. It's so bad that it's all the way back around the clock to good.
yeah,
if
that was
makes
actually
sense.
a really good analogy. Someone asked if we were watching the Kardashians. We watched a clip, and then I just during like a half-hour free time just went in to go watch the second episode. Stuff is savage too. Crazy.
Yeah, Helen Hicks. I will always see you from now on. Have you seen any Westworld? We watched the first season, and
I don't think I did.
I know it's a good show, and I'm sure I would like it, but it's impossible to watch and have your phone in your hand. Thus, I can't really do it. Tiger King, we saw.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's amazing. Like, I think it should win an Oscar. Like, what could possibly be better? Certainly not like, I don't think anything could possibly be
Would
better
it
than
be
that
in the
show.
Oscar could it be in an Oscar category? Or probably for documentary film.
It's not like a feature-length documentary film. It's a documentary series. It could win like an Emmy, maybe? I don't know. I also don't care. Beatrice Gonzalez, we see you often. Sonny's is asleep. We can only do this when he's napping.
Yeah.
Italia, a new favorite. Do you follow
Chiara
Chiara?
Ferrani. I don't. I know she's very, very popular. Can I ask you a quick question? Where do we keep the Maldon sea salt? Timmy reorganized all the spices, so
Very Virgo of me.
if you want, yeah, show them. Where can I find Maldon sea salt that I can sprinkle the top of these with?
I don't know that we have Malden sea salt. So look, it's organized by alphabetical. It's alphabetical. Alphabetical, ending in Zatar. This is backstock. Don't even worry about this. I don't think we have that, babe.
Oh,
I
really?
would just use
regular sea salt.
our flakiest salt.
Wait, why do I feel like
Check
the
down there,
bath salt
maybe.
we have-
Maybe we do. Hey, Whit, what's Kristen Cavallari like?
I don't know her that well.
She doesn't know her that well.
I don't, but I hear she's really funny and lovely.
Kimberly Bennett. No, I'm not cool with horrible treatment of animals, but please take that somewhere else. Amanda Davis. We do see you, Amanda Davies. Stephen George. Oh, we're going to watch Trolls the movie for sure.
Oh, yeah. Wait, should we? Because we were thinking about doing a sans no Disney situation with TV now. I know Trolls isn't Disney, but like if it has any kind of violence or like a parent dying or any sort of death, we don't want Sunny to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
So is Trolls like all happy? Like is there nothing bad in there for him?
We're done with these movies that all start with a loved one dying in a fire,
Yeah.
and then the
Or
rest.
like a boat wreck, or
Oy,
yeah,
God,
and then there's
what are you
like
doing,
there's
Disney?
monsters that are like crashing things, and I feel like that gives Sunny like a weird angry energy.
I agree. A lot of people are asking how I liked working on the hills. I didn't work on the hills, but I worked on the city, which I liked a lot. I'll cry till the end. You've been asking a lot. I see you. I loved working on the city. I was like 26, and yeah, look at those cookies.
With a little sea salt on the end.
I had the best bosses and people who are still like lifelong family friends of ours. And I got to meet Whitney, and it was great. I loved it. Thank you, Adam DeVello, for hiring me. What else? What else? Whitney.
My cookies are in the oven, y'all.
Was it weird seeing Whitney on dates when you guys were working on the city? Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely had a crush on Whitney, but when I was there, I don't even think she liked anyone. I was there for the end of J, which, I was just like, I have a crush on this super hot girl, but she doesn't even know me. Like, how can I feel weird about her being on a date? And then none of the other guys on the show I thought that she really liked, so it didn't make me feel weird.
It got to a certain point on the
Ariana, sorry, we haven't answered any of her questions. We're doing our best here.
I was gonna say, got to a point on the show where Timmy and I got so close, and he knew my type, and so I think he knew that like I wasn't seriously into them.
MTV is here.
Hey MTV.
Hi MTV. Where you been at?
Yeah.
Where you been at, MTV?
Up? MTV on the show.
Are you still in touch with Lisa Love? Yeah, she came over for dinner. Actually, we broke quarantine to have dinner with the West Coast editor of Teen Vogue.
I haven't seen her in a really long time or spoken to her, but I follow her on Instagram and her beautiful daughters.
Someone asked if the relationship with Jay was real.
It was. I dated him for 6 months.
Shit happened.
And I can't believe it. And we're in the part of the season right now where we're not really sure if he's fully invested, and I feel like I want to be, and it's very weird to watch because I don't remember it going like that.
It is really interesting to watch you watch it. Someone just had a good question. Sorry, I missed your name. What famous people went to your high school? First of all, this is one of my favorite live chats. You guys are doing great.
Same. So Kate Hudson, Jack Black, Baron Davis, who else?
Were any of them your year?
They were 3 of those are my brother's year. Kate Hudson, Baron Davis, and I can't even remember who else. Jonah Hill was a year above me.
Dated Witt's best friend.
Yeah. Shout out to the day.
Sorry, Andy. Damn it.
Who's that? Okay. More questions. This is fun. Whitney, you're okay. Who are both of your celebrity crushes? I actually got this question, and I answered it in next week's podcast that I'm doing, where I'm like revealing secrets and stuff and answers to questions you guys have asked me for a while. And in the episode, I said Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling, and then the guy from The Crown. And I was like, how basic am I? I was thinking in bed, like, I should have taken more time to really think about the guys that I really, really love. They want to know who our celebrity crushes are.
George Clooney. No, I'm just kidding.
And I was saying that I answered this in my podcast, and I said, obviously, Ryan Gosling and
Did you tell him about when we went to
Bradley
dinner?
Cooper. And then I was thinking after I recorded it how basic I was. And like I wanted to think of some of the quirkier people that I love.
Well, while you're thinking about that, you can also just answer honestly that you got like a huge lady boner for those guys.
I mean, those guys are...
They're hot.
Amazeballs.
I get it. You know who my celebrity crush is?
Who?
Who you know?
Padma.
Padma Lakshmi.
Is it still?
No, that's who I was thinking about though, because we've been watching Top Chef. Timmy, do you stan Harry Styles? I don't know why I even read that one. I can't make sense of it. What kind of cookies are you making?
People laugh.
Someone who maybe is late to the party.
I'm making vegan, refined, sugar-free cookies.
MTV asked hot pasta or cold pasta.
Neither. You guys should know I don't
Yo,
like
MTV.
pasta.
That's like the top of Whitney's Wikipedia page.
I don't eat pasta, y'all. Not for caloric reasons, just never eaten pasta.
She doesn't like the texture.
My friends actually, they asked me if
Oh my God, we
if they could
switched
pay
sides.
me to try it at my bachelorette, and I made money off them, and I tried a bite.
Yeah, she sent me a video of it, and I thought they were making her eat wasabi.
He
'Cause
was
it was
so
like pasta
upset.
with pesto, and I was like, fuck these girls.
He was like, "What are you doing? Why are you allowing them to do that?"
Tell them what's for dinner tonight. It's the top sirloin dish.
Oh yeah, what comes in that? I can't remember it.
We took out. I'll show you actually. It's right here.
Also, you guys. Oh yeah.
In the middle. I've got this book. It's called Plenty More. I don't know if that's in reverse for you. It looks like it is. By Yotam Adalenge. And we picked out like 15 recipes we wanted to try, and then we shopped for those recipes.
I think it was also this other cookbook. Ottolenghi's simple, because these are supposedly more simple recipes, but they haven't
Look up
so
top
far
sirloin.
been so. But let's look up top.
They haven't been
sirloin and
that
see.
hard. It's just when you do like a couple of them at the same time for the
Yeah.
first time, it just takes a lot.
What should I look in this index for? Top or sirloin?
Ariana Soldis
Uh-huh.
asked where I went to school. I grew up in New York, and I went to an all-boys school for 12 years called Collegiate. It's actually the oldest school in America. Whitney,
Beef sirloin and basil salad, or harissa beef sirloin with pepper and lemon sauce?
I think the first one.
Beef sirloin and basil salad, 205. Yes, sweetheart.
What?
Beef sirloin.
I am 4 years older than Whitney. How did you get the job on The City?
Ooh, this sounds easy actually.
I got the job on The City through a friend of my sister's named Sophia, who was working on the Hills, and she thought I would be a good fit for this position on the show, and she got me an interview, and then I interviewed, and I crushed the interview. Or Sophia was like, you have to hire him, and then I got hired. Beautiful couple, thank you, despite my red fucking face.
This is my work from home look. I did a live.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. I did a live this morning with my makeup artist Phoebe, and we showed you how to do quick makeup. The video was long, but the steps are actually really.
The video is long but boring.
No, the video is long, and we give you like detailed tips on how we put everything on, but you can actually do the whole process in like 5 minutes, so don't be scared by how long the video is.
Whitney, will you talk about how you got convinced, or the process of being told like you were going to get your own show? Because you weren't like the most major Hills character, so like how did...
Yeah, I'll tell you, I remember exactly.
Tell that.
So I remember Adam DeVella, the creator of The Hills, asked me and my mom and dad to dinner at Amici in Brentwood. And
Set the scene. What's Amici like?
the Amici is like an old school Italian old school Italian restaurant, like dim lighting, really nice. But Adam only goes to a few places, and this was one of his regular. You know, he likes to know what he's gonna get. Anyways, so we sat down. I think it was just Adam always really liked my parents, and my parents were always really involved in everything, and so we thought it was just like a nice dinner. Catch up, and
You had ketchup for dinner?
he told us that he had this idea about me moving to New York and having my own spin-off, and that MTV already liked the idea, and they like wanted to shoot a pilot, and how did I feel about doing that? And I was just like on the spot at this dinner with my parents and him, and I was not immediately like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing. Oh, they have. Do you think they're almost done?
Well, I don't know. I'm not.
It has a minute left. It's okay.
Okay. I'm just alerting you. Keep going. I didn't want to interrupt your story.
Oh, they look really good.
Yeah, I
Do
wish you
think
guys
they're
could
ready?
smell it. It smells really good. I don't know. I'm not really good at cooking.
Okay,
but
I'm gonna take them out.
Here. We'll put a pause in this story. Unless you can keep going. Can she do both?
So actually,
And let me show you guys the cookies.
these look good, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
These look perfect.
Oh my god.
The good thing is you can eat them for breakfast because there's no parents here and I do whatever I want.
Yeah, totally. And they're not like regular chocolate chip cookies. Anyways, so I wasn't like, oh my god, yes. I was like, all right.
Cookies.
I'll have to think about this.
Oh, you didn't say yes on the spot?
No, I was not like. I knew what that was going to mean.
Did Adam pay for dinner?
Probably. And so I remember going home and doing a list of pros and cons with my mom and dad. Like legitimately writing down a list of pros and cons. And slept on it for a couple days.
Trickle raindrop.
And finally decided that like just take the chance and just do it. Like that it was that I always wanted to move to New York, and how could I say no to this opportunity? I would regret it. Like
you gotta seize the day.
Someone handing this opportunity for you to move across the country and work for this amazing designer. Like, yeah. So
someone asked, was your dad really supportive of you working in reality TV?
My dad was super supportive. I mean, at the beginning of reality TV, my family was into it. Like we had bachelor nights. The Bachelor cast came over to our house one night because we had like such big bachelor parties. So my dad, I think, thought it was like really cool that I was on a reality show. They were always really supportive of it.
Yeah, and I think when any parent hears like your kid's gonna go on a reality show, they get scared because most reality shows are like mean and bad. But like if you were my daughter, I would be like, yeah, like the whole world should see her.
Aww, that's so nice.
Great. She's great.
I think when I was doing The Hills, it was really easy for my parents because they never showed anything really that personal, and they just showed my work. So it was easy for my parents to watch, but I wonder how watching The City and like watching me date guys affected my dad.
I mean, maybe it was a little awkward, but I bet he was super proud of the way you handled things. We just watched a scene last night where some guy tells Whitney that Jay is going around town hooking up with other girls, and she was not. She's was. You stood up for yourself, but you didn't blindly hear what this guy was telling you. Like
I wasn't over emotional about it. I
crushed
didn't
it.
cry.
Yeah, you were great.
Yeah, thank you.
It's too bad. Now shows have to be all like awful, so terrible with the Real Housewives of. Yeah.
I know,
she's
that's
the best,
hard
Jade.
part.
She's the best.
Thanks, JD. That's the hard part. You don't want to stoop to that level, and you wonder if people expect that kind of drama now.
Trickle wrote, Whitney was great with dealing with that doorknob. Timmy, is it weird for you to watch Whitney and other dudes in the city? We already sort of covered that. Helen Hicks.
Do you want to try a warm, or is it still too warm?
Would you think the same if Sunny wanted to follow in your footsteps away? Yeah, what would you do if Sunny wanted to be on the show?
Gosh. I think it would be totally dependent on what kind of kid Sunny was. If he's not 18 yet and he's like a crazy kid that I do not think this is going to be good for him, like I probably wouldn't let him do it. But if I trust who he is like, if he's a really good kid and I trust that he's going to behave like a gentleman, then I would allow him to do it. And I don't see myself having anything but like a gentleman, but you never know.
I'd be able to sniff it out. If he was the star of the show and was going to be protected, yes. If he was going to be like the crazy friend to bring the drama, no.
Yeah.
We already did celebs at your high school. Weird. That was a great question. Weird it came up again.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think that was a follow-up. It was like, so how did so many go?
Celebs?
Yeah.
So I went to school in Santa Monica, and a lot of I think there were just like a lot of Hollywood people and a lot of people that had connections, and it was easier for them to get to the next step. But also we had a really good drama program. Like our school was for the liberal arts, so it was easier for them to likely get into
USC.
Get into like good acting schools. But it is crazy how many celebs have come out of there. Oh, and Spencer Pratt, I forgot.
And
Another fellow
his
road runner.
his sister.
And Stephanie. They both went to Crossroads too. I really want you to try one of these now.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try a cookie.
Okay, look at this.
Timmy has the best head of hair. My 40-year-old husband is jealous.
Look.
Whoa, you guys, look at this cookie. It's really weird to watch yourself eat. I don't like it at all. Oh, Frankie Ball said, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey, how's it going? Whit and Tim, would you ever move to the Midwest? It's the OG of the country granola lifestyle.
Damn, that was good.
Yeah, I would totally. Well, where in the Midwest are we talking about? My Jade. My sister lives in Chicago. So I would obviously, like, that would be probably the one place I would actually consider. We go to Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri every summer. Would not move there, but love to visit there.
Do you think MTV is still in the chat, or you think they left?
I don't know. MTV is still there.
These are amazing.
Wait, are they really?
Have you not tried them?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mo, do you get paid for the live vids or just regular videos? We monetize our channel. I don't know how it really works. We don't get enough views. I think that we the money is not really why we're doing it.
No.
I think we make like $300 a month or something like that. Which I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not a lot.
We're doing this just to connect with you guys.
I'll cry till the end. I see you. You're very persistent. How did you guys decide on the name Sunny? There's a Paul Simon song called "Obvious Child" that I used in a flirty way with Whitney, and there is a part of it that says "Had a little son." Thought we'd call him Sunny. One day that popped in my head. I said, "Whitney, what about the name Sunny?" She said, "I love it," and we were done. How was that?
It was just.
That's what it had a little story.
Yeah.
We liked the sound of it.
Yeah.
It was not super common without being his name is Feather or something, and so we went with it.
Why did
Whoa. Frankie, Timmy is one of the best looking men I've seen. Go you it. Someone said something about Whitney being the hottest girl that I've ever been with, and so of course I can't remember the context. It was funny though.
And you're like, no, she's not. You don't know how all the hot girls I've been with?
No, I was like, yes, she is, but there's been some, I kissed some hot chicks.
I know.
You hate it.
I don't like to think about it. If he were the star of the city, we would not be able to watch it.
What would you do if it was me, going out with Freddie Fackelmeyer's female self?
I would not like it, but I'm more of a jealous person than you are.
Yeah, but can you be jealous of something that happened 10 years ago? Excuse me.
I think you can. I think you can. I think you cannot want to visualize it or see it.
Yeah, but you can't be upset at the person. I can't be upset at you.
No, I wouldn't be upset, but you can still have the feeling of jealousy.
Celtic Girl is asking if I'm Italian or Irish. I'm not. I am pretty Jewish. Do you wear chubby shorts? No, I've seen them before, I think.
I don't know what they are.
My mom she always says she has some Irish in her, but I don't know. I don't know. Guys, I did 23andMe and I don't know.
Priyanka's still asking if did any celebs go to your high school? Yes, one, and we sat next to him on an airplane, David Duchovny.
Yes. David Duchovny sat next to us in first class. We paid for first class because we had Sunny, and he sat down next to us, and he thought he was supposed to be sitting in my seat, and I was like, excuse me, David Duchovny, this is my seat. And then he sat over there, and I was like, we went to the same high school. And
you were really polite.
I was super nice, yeah. And then Sunny was being really well behaved and cute, and he wanted so little to do with me after I said we went to the same high school that he pretended to read the same page of the New York Times for 4 hours, just staring at it, because that was better than the alternative, which was maybe having a nice casual conversation with a fellow Dutchman. Jerk.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Your time is your time. I don't want to bother you.
He wasn't the nicest, but Weren't there some other, or like who's?
John F. Kennedy Jr.
That's cool.
Uh-huh. I don't know. Any other celebs?
Someone's kid.
Bill Murray's kid
Yeah.
he was in my class for a year,
That's
Homer
really
Murray.
cool.
And then I had a sleepover at Bill Murray's house, which was amazing. And we played basketball with him. This was 4th grade. And it was like on a mini hoop in his house, and he was on his knees, like tackling us and being funny. It was really awesome.
That must have been because that was
Yeah, it was like into Ghostbusters.
such a popular time.
Yeah.
Like Caddyshack.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was awesome. It was really awesome. And I lived a block away, and everyone at the party got to go to HMV and get whatever cassette they wanted. But I missed that part of the party, and so Bill made Homer give me his Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction cassette.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I still have it. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Here, it's here. I don't have it.
This reminds me of a funny story about my sister Jade, if she's here, but Jennifer Garner was doing research for her movie 13 Going on 30. Where she was like trying to hang out with 13-year-olds to see what they were like.
I don't know this
And
story.
Jade, I feel like I've told you, Jade was friends with like one of the director's daughters or something, and so they put together this sleepover with like a bunch of girls, and Jennifer Garner was in on the sleepover, and they had a sleepover with Jennifer Garner.
What?
And yeah,
That's amazing.
Jade will tell you the whole story, and that was I thought it funny, similar story.
It was funny and similar. She's so hard on herself. OMG, Annie Cartwright. Hi, Annie.
Oh my god! All right, can I get you both to say happy birthday to my husband? His name is Jared.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
JD, you're here. Did I tell the story correctly?
I'm not saying happy birthday to Jared. Just kidding. Of course I would. Happy birthday, Jared. We love you. Are you from Chicago? I feel like a lot of white guys named Jared live in Chicago. Where are your families coming from? Timmy is Jewish, and Whit?
I'm also Jewish.
We're just Ashkenaz Jew the whole way. Like Eastern Europe, Russian Jews nonstop. 300 people in the room. You guys might hit 400. Should we get to 400? I don't know how to get more people in the room.
I don't know either, but this is like our best live ever, you guys. I'm so happy.
A lot of people are asking if we celebrate Passover.
We didn't.
We didn't. Neither.
Can I wash while we talk?
Yeah, you want to change the angle?
Yeah, just like that. Okay.
Can you guys see Whit? Here we can. She's the looks and the brains. We are very Jewish by heritage, but neither one of us were raised super religious, so
yeah,
it's not part of our life. But
like my happy Pesach.
Yeah. Okay.
My siblings, Jade made a brisket. I know that, and like I think they celebrated a little bit, but we didn't do anything.
Timmy, when did you first start liking Whitney? Thank you for the question, Carperk. I first started liking Whitney on The Hills. Like, I watched The Hills. I watched Laguna Beach and The Hills as a fan. And I was like, I like her. Like, I like that girl in the closet. She's cute. Like, she's funny. She has a personality. Like, I gotta meet her. And then I got this opportunity to work on her show. It was really crazy.
So weird. Is that really true?
That is really true, as opposed to just true.
Did you like The Hills? Like, were you a fan of The Hills?
100%.
You were like, and you and your friends watched it, and
Yep.
were like,
Yep, 100%.
like you watched it every week.
Did you just put dish soap directly into that
I'm
dish?
not thinking.
Timmy, ask Whitney why she didn't pursue modeling. She has the look on The Hills from Cali D.
That's so nice. I don't really have the model thing going. I appreciate that, but it was never something that was gonna work for me. I'm too awkward. I don't like photograph that great.
Challenge flags.
But appreciate
all over the place. All right. My sister about to marry a nice Jewish guy. Yay, Frankie. Good. That's good.
Yeah.
I
love nice Jewish guys.
Yeah. I'm a nice
Take
Jewish
a couple
guy.
more. What time is it anyways? Tim, you love your shirt. What are you guys making for dinner tonight? Oh, we didn't really decide. We were gonna make skirt steak.
No, not skirt steak.
What kind of steak? Hanger steak?
No, not hanger steak.
Beef Thai basil salad?
Beef Thai basil salad.
What were we gonna
Top sirloin.
Top sirloin. I don't know what that is.
Charisma Mendoza, we do know that we can foster dogs. I was listening to Mayor Eric Garcetti talk about adopting dogs yesterday.
Oh, really? There's a lot of dogs that need to be fostered right now?
Yes, there are a lot of dogs that need to be fostered now and always, and we do want to do our part. What time do you guys wake up? 8 a.m.
Pretty much. This morning I heard Sunny at 6:40. But then he was able, I think, to quiet down and just lay there for a little while. And then we got him at 8, which is pretty lucky.
Was the fall down the stairs real on the hills?
100% real. Like, you...
Yeah. She ate shit. Yeah. Whitney is very clumsy. It's very cute. It's cute and annoying.
I always say it's because I'm tall, but I have small feet. So my small feet can't really, like... handle my lankiness. So I'm like one of those.
Can we get a full body?
Like one of those, those like blow up dolls. That are like,
yes, that are like, come by this car.
Yeah, exactly.
You handled it well. It was a very defining moment for you, Whitney.
Thank you.
Grace under pressure. This little orb here, that's Uncle Brett's fishbowl.
I always thought though, like, what else would I do? I was live on camera start crying?
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, I could see people getting so upset they started to cry, but you handled it like a champ. Whitney's a champ.
Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell.
I remember afterwards.
I hooked up with Naomi Campbell. I did. At 10 June.
No way.
No.
Amy Astley, after I fell, she wrote me a letter. She was the editor of Teen Vogue at the time, and she said, like, even Naomi Campbell, like, takes a spill on the runway or something, and it was really sweet.
Whitney, what was Emily the intern like? Who's Emily the intern?
Emily the intern was on the Hills. She was, like, the overproductive type A intern, and then she started Glossier. I remember her to be, like, exactly like she was on camera, like, she was really creative, really on top of things, but a little bit more stern and serious than I was used to, like, not as goofy.
Someone asked, are we celebrities? Are we celebrities?
I mean...
You know what Whitney wants to say? She wants to say, I am, but you're not.
No, I think you are for sure.
Absolutely not. I'm private on Instagram. What's Sunny's middle name?
Sanford, which was my dad's middle name.
Yeah. Timmy, can you ask Whitney about the taking dance growing up? What type of dance and for how many years? I can faintly remember her mentioning it on the Hills. Whitney, can you talk about your dance career a little bit?
Sure. So I started dancing when I was a really little girl. Just taking dance classes, jazz and ballet, and then
no big deal.
No big deal. Then I just was dancing. I stopped in middle school because I decided I wanted to be an athlete, and I got on like the volleyball team and started playing softball. And was like, no more dancing. I'm like Mrs. Tough Chick. And then in 9th grade, I was like, I do not want to play softball.
I do not
want to be an athlete. And I'm going to go back to dancing. And I got on the dance team and I danced all 4 years of high school. And I thought I was good. And I applied to a lot of colleges to be a dance major. And I actually like went to auditions. Like I went to Michigan and auditioned. I went to University of California, Santa Barbara and auditioned. Wow. Didn't get into any dance schools.
That's bullshit. First of all, Whitney, get over there. Do some dancing. Just go nuts. Just go nuts. You can. You want to. You can.
I don't want to.
Take off the Birkenstocks. Everyone wants to see you. Do just like a little, come on, freestyle. What? Hey. Okay. Aw. She crushed it. You guys, she is Grace personified.
So then I was like, even though I knew I wasn't that good, I'm like, I'm not gonna try to be a dance major anymore. And I'm just gonna go to University of Colorado in Boulder because that's where I got in, and a bunch of kids from my high school were gonna go there that I was friends with. And I was like, let's just try something completely new and weird and different. And that's that.
That's the story.
I never really danced again, but I love to dance.
A lot of people, was Erin the girl from the city that was Olivia's boss? If so, she scared me.
Erin. Yeah, I mean, Erin was, I never worked with her. She seemed intense, but in a good way. Like, she wanted to just get shit done. But I always thought Erin was a good
She was.
person.
She was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
She put her foot under my foot as I was stepping down, which happens all the time. Yeah, I'm doing a YouTube live. What? A lot of people were asking about Olivia from the city.
What about her?
Like, was she really as mean as she seemed? Tough question. Olivia is a tricky one.
Yeah, like.
I feel like she got a bad rap, but she also like was pretty responsible for getting that.
Yeah. So when I'm watching her on the show, I think she was actually quite nice to me and welcoming and trying to help me. I think she did have like an air of holier than thou attitude, and that ended up just getting her into trouble. But I sort of feel like that was magnified. Like the show magnified that about her. It took like a little bad trait about her and made it really big.
I understand what you're saying. I don't know if I necessarily agree.
Yeah.
What about her cousin Nevin? I grew up with Nevin. Funny coincidence.
I don't know what happened to Nevin.
I think Nevin's okay. Nevin, I saw him on Facebook. I think Nevin is like living his life in New York. A lot of people are enjoying this live. That's great.
I found the tape for our microphone.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Should we high five about it? If you guys are liking this, why don't you do the thumbs up? And we have 60 likes. Let's see if we can get to 100. One of the best streams. I know. I'll cry to the end. First of all, this is the first time I'm noticing you. You're very active. I appreciate it. Timmy, if you were in TV production, what else would you do as a career? I don't know. You'll just have to wait and see.
I know. Somebody asked me that too, and you know what I said? I said I think that I would own a bakery or a flower shop. Like a home goods and flower shop. I think that I'd be just like a small business owner with like not a huge overhead and just like...
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
In a cute little town somewhere.
Saturday night in the UK with Whitney and Timmy, glass of wine and listening to you both. Thank you. Good distraction from the situation. Yeah, I mean, I know we're going on for a long time, but hopefully this is good background noise for whatever you're doing, or it's making you feel like happy that you're taking a break from watching TV. What are your favorite books, Timmy and Whitney? Do you know how to read?
My favorite book.
Ooh, Timmy would own a bar on a beach. I would love to own a bar on a beach.
Yeah, that would be so your vibe.
I'm gonna get my face all red.
You can get really tan and like leathery, become super gray.
Yeah,
Just drink
dusty.
Like
beer
IPAs
all day
every
long.
day.
Keep chatting. Love this live, and you're answering so many Q's. Q's is short for
questions.
Boom.
I could see Timmy living in swim trunks.
I keep it very comfy, you guys. A lot of people noticing my t-shirt. I got it in Whitefish, Montana. I have this new thing. I only wear long sleeve t-shirts I get on vacation.
I love this long sleeve t-shirt, but I also think it reflects onto your face and makes your
it redder.
Face look worse.
Worse.
I think
so I'm ugly.
No, but I'm just
Should
saying,
we take our shirts off? Would you? We would get so many likes. Oh, we have 96 likes. Can we get 4 more?
Should I flash?
Timmy, not Tommy. I don't know what that means. What's Roxy like? You know, we just did a Zoom conversation with Roxy and some of the producers who worked on the city with us because it was such a great crew. Roxy is one of the nicest, most caring people. She's completely nuts.
We love Roxy. She's doing really well. She lives in LA, but yeah.
She's crushing it. She works on This Is Us. She's very talented.
She's
lovely.
Yes.
She's just totally out of her mind. I hope she's watching. You guys, am I having a good hair day or what?
I've been telling you.
Almost at 400, 352. I don't think we're gonna get to 400.
Whitney and Timmy, if you could give a piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Just don't change a thing, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Mine would be to when I had the opportunity to travel, and when I had all these cool work things, that I would have like been more present during those things and not just let them fade by, and that when I traveled, I didn't just go somewhere for work, that I like took a couple days and actually spent time in the city. I know that sounds silly, but like if you are traveling for work, like take some extra time if it's to a place you've never been before to actually see the city. I remember going to Oslo with my sister, and me just traveling nonstop and just wanting to like get in and get out, and I wish I didn't do that.
Mine would have been to get a 6-pack, because like it's
You can still get a 6-pack.
I know, but it's gonna be harder. And then it would also be do your homework on Friday.
Yeah, not procrastinate. And read all the books in school.
Don't try and take the test or write the paper without reading the book.
Yeah, or don't do the Cliffs Notes stuff. Like, just do the work.
Just do it,
read the book.
Do it, you little shithead. That's what I would have said. You little shit. I would have said, put down the video games. Just kidding. I wouldn't talk to myself like that. All right. Well, I kind of want to do this until Sunny wakes up.
What time is it?
I could go forever. I love talking to strangers.
Did you love the cookies?
Yes, I am in love with the cookies.
Did you like these cookies or the other ones I made better?
I like those better. All Timmy needs is some real aloe jelly, and he'll be good to go. You guys, I've been to a doctor. I have prescription shit that I put on my face.
I know, but I think a lot of people would probably say that your prescription stuff is too strong and it's actually enraging your skin.
I'm enraged right now. I'm not enraged.
Okay. Like, what's going on?
I'm only making jokes on this thing. All serious stuff is safer later. That was scary. Can you pat your head and rub your belly at the same time? What do you do? Like, without problem. We're not a clown. You look perfect to me, Tim. Oh, Frankie, what's your number? Are you a boy or a girl? All right. So much. We're at 349. Oh, we got 116 likes though.
Amazing.
Well, I make someone LOL. Have you ever thought about renewing your vows or not?
Oh, yeah, or not.
Or not.
We've only been married 5 years. We'll be married 5 years in November. So
it's a little early.
It's like too early to. I think like
we thought about doing it on a live during quarantine.
Yeah, we thought it would be like funny to show you guys, but I don't really think of vow renewals necessary. Maybe not even until like your 50th year.
Yeah.
You just check myself out in the video.
That's okay. I've been looking at my red ass face the whole time. What are our plans once Sunny wakes up? We're just check to see if it's raining outside.
Yeah. What? Should we get together some of those worksheets?
That sounds fun. I don't know, guys.
Should we go on a drive?
Yes. Let's go on a drive. And then we have to make this top sirloin dish.
Okay.
Wait.
Why don't...
I thought I heard him. How do you know when he wakes up? Because we can hear him.
Or if he's not, he's usually not even up by 4.
Is this Ariana from Vanderpump Rules?
So we, who?
Ariana.
Oh, so we usually open the door and he starts to wake up.
What was our first dance song? You want to hear it? Should we play our first dance song?
Yes. Can you play it on the...
Can I play it on the Sonos?
Sonos?
Yeah, I can. Stand by, guys. Whitney's going to make a bunch of horrible noise, and I'm not going to look at you for a while.
I'm putting the baking sheet away. I just want you to be happy. I'm so happy when this is over that everything has been cleaned off.
I'm happy.
Here. Should we have our first dance?
Yeah. Can you guys hear it okay? This is how we dance.
Our colors look so good together. How do I take a screenshot? Somebody take a screenshot and send it to me.
You're going a little too fast
Okay.
and you're ruining the wedding.
When I wanted you to share my life, I had no doubt in my mind. And it's been you.
Just chill out. Let me lead this thing. Let
Look
me.
at how he manhandles me.
She wants to like. Wedding's over. No, it's not. It's not. The honeymoon is just begun.
Oh yeah.
Saved it. That was sweet. Should we do this to music? Is that allowed? Alexandra, are you there?
I know. When I was live this morning, I was like, this would be so much better if I had some music on in the background.
Yeah. Whitney, talk about your wedding dress for Italia.
Okay, my wedding dress was so awesome, you guys. It was definitely a bit of a statement. Sometimes I think, like, if I look back, am I going to look back and be like, oh, that was too trendy? But it was short in the front,
Should I get a
long in the
picture of
back. Yeah, I
How do I
can
get
pull
a
it up on
picture?
my computer.
Stand by.
And it was by Ashi
Way.
Studio,
Nope.
and he designed it. We designed it together, and it was long sleeve, beautiful, embellished lace, and it was everything. And then
It was
hold
hot.
on.
It was
Did you like it?
I loved it. Yes, I loved it. I love it right now. I think about it all the time.
Okay, this was it, you guys.
How tall is Timmy and Whitney? We are us. Oh, no. I am like 5'11". Whitney's like 5'10".
Wait, where's the
Pizza G.
picture?
First of all, it's a killer name and a nice compliment. Thank you.
This website takes forever.
Whitney's
Sorry,
having
guys.
problems.
Having technical difficulty finding my dress for you.
What was people's
here.
revolution like? Oh, okay.
I found it. That was my dress, you guys. So the sleeves were sheer and the body was more opaque. And it was short in the front and long in the back.
Yeah. Do you guys smoke pot? We do not. We eat it. No longer smoke anything.
Edibles, but
Best Italian restaurant in LA.
do
I
you
don't know.
like Madeo? Do you
Yeah,
like
Madeo's good.
Dantana's?
Like the bartender at Mozza was really mean to me one time, so I don't want to go there ever again.
Bestia.
Bestia is really good. I liked. It was the one I liked on Pico that's gone.
Oh, I'm forgetting the name.
Piranka Kale wants to know and has wanted to know for a long time, did we grow up in a privileged area? You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I can go.
Oh, you can. Okay, good.
So
The answer is yes.
yes, we did. I grew up in Brentwood, which is a privileged part of Los Angeles over on the west side for sure. Yeah.
Her dad was an entrepreneur, businessman, raising 5 kids, sending them all to private schools. So the money was spent, but like she grew up around a lot of rich people. I grew up on the Upper East Side of New York, which is a very rich area. My father was and is a dentist. So like, you know, it wasn't like we were competing with these like Wall Street people, but I went to a private high school, and so did my sister and my brother, and he worked really hard to put us through those and through college. So you know, I think we both knew what it was like to watch parents work really hard and try and, you know, keep up with the Joneses and see people
sure.
who, you know, just had incredible wealth, but that wasn't really our situation. I think that explains it pretty well.
Very well.
Resolve a disagreement, my favorite thing to do. Have you had lip injections? My husband thinks you have, but I don't think so. Resolve our disagreement, please.
So I'll
Personal shit.
yeah, I'll fill you guys in because we're all about being transparent.
Well,
I had
love the
these
transparency.
lines here that you can't really see badly anymore because I had her put in a little bit right here to get rid of those lines.
But this fullness here,
yeah,
it's all port.
yeah, like the rest of my lips are all mine. It's just I just didn't like those lines that were like smoker lines or like because I drink my coffee and I drink out of a straw, and so I was getting those lines. But yeah, hope that settled your dispute.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, I was just getting rid of some trolls. Which is, you're not doing anything right unless you have trolls.
right. Oops.
Did I do something bad?
I feel like now maybe we
Did I turn off the comment?
oh, there they are.
Oh, you guys are so normal. What is normal, Mr. Rogers? I guess if anyone could tell us, you could.
What, Mo? What's up with this rain? I know. Supposedly it's supposed to stop tomorrow.
Can you
Let's
do like
look
a
it up.
weather?
Yeah.
Very weather
I'm gonna
lady
let you
here.
guys know what the forecast is looking like for the next 24 to 48 hours for Studio City, California. Unless you want the whole country.
We could go through that. We could do the whole country.
It's like here.
Yes, that's what I.
Here.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, light rain, 59 degrees.
Hang on. Can you be transparent about what else you have done? Any Botox would you recommend? Tell them about the Botox for your TMJ.
Yeah. So yes, I have had Botox, and I answered that in my podcast that I recorded
Not
this
hiding
week
anything.
as well. I've gotten it here, and I've gotten it for the crow's feet here, and then I have gotten it in my jaw to relieve my TMJ, which it has immensely helped. Because it like freezes the muscle right here, and I clench my jaw at night, so it doesn't allow me to do that, and it's really helped with my headaches. So yes.
How about an episode shining light on some organizations to help animals, elderly, etc.? Whitney, why don't you talk about some of the lives you've been doing and the charities that go with them?
Yeah. So first of all, I joined Cameo, and every proceed from Cameo is going to Feeding America, which helps America's Hungry. They help supply the food banks with the food. So that's one way. I've been going live every couple days, and I try to have like a theme for the live and choose a different charity to donate to. And then I try to match like how many people tune in. And yeah.
And that's it, dog. What's up, Juan Acosta from Venezuela?
Have you ever had a sexual dry spell in your relationship? And if so, how did you get past it?
Not that, like...
Nothing alarming, like... No, there has been no specific time in our relationship that I can I can remember that was a dry spell for us.
No. Pretty consistent on that. Yeah. You know what I mean? What will you send Sunny to private school? Good question. You guys, if you don't have one, you should consider starting a 529 plan for your child. It's tax deferred money used for private education, and we've started one for Sunny, but we're not sure if we are going to send him to private school right away. I think part of us wants him to go to public school so that he's not in some kind of like bubble his whole life. But we haven't decided. It's a tough decision. If we can afford it, it's hard to not do it,
100%. Noah, you're giving me some nice compliments.
Yeah, that's all right.
You're not really like...
I'm watching you live with headphones, and my BF walked in and like, why are you smiling to yourself? Because you're having a good time, Pizza G.
On it. That's
Yeah.
funny. I love that you're smiling.
New York or LA? LA, because New York is more expensive.
Yeah, it's just like the amount of space that you can get here versus New York just makes it so much more worthwhile to live here.
Norb, it's okay, Norb. Don't worry about it. Whitney is sexy, and I can't expect the whole world to stop thinking that just because we're married. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I probably will still be in this kitchen doing this live. That's where I see myself. If I had my way, I would never stop. Don't be offended. I was just paying a compliment. I'm not offended. I think I made that pretty clear. So are your house renovations all done, or do you still have more projects to do?
We always have more projects, you guys. We are putting a pool heater in, which is major because right now our pool is freezing and we haven't had a heater. And we know we're lucky, obviously, to have a pool, but it's going to be so cool to have, like, to get sunny in there. I think that's going to be really great for us to have that as an outlet here.
And then we have a deck off of our house that like overhangs a hill, and we were told that the support beam is completely rotted out. And if we have too many people on it, it's going to completely fall over. So it's a really fun one we got to do, but we have to put new support beams in. Tim, do you have a production studio in the house? No, we have an iPhone on the shelf, and we have like a camera and a tripod.
But we're thinking about getting like a little office space or something so we can have a home. It's been interesting, like working from home here has put in a lot and given me a lot of perspective. And I've been lazy about this. Is something I wanted to talk to you about because I thought you would help me with it. But I need a work from home setup somewhere.
I know you do.
So I think I would love to at some point prioritize that, and I would love your help on it.
I've thought about this. It's going to be a tough one, but we can discuss.
Yeah.
Frankie asked if we've ever been to London or England. Yes, we both have been to the UK. I've only been for a weekend.
I lived in London for 6 weeks once by myself. We were dating long distance.
Yeah. So are we getting a dog or what?
Oh, I don't
Yeah, we're getting a dog.
know.
We're getting a dog.
I don't know, you guys. I want a snack. Ooh, I'm gonna have some of my cakes.
Have one of your cookies. You guys, we're gonna do this until Sunny wakes
These
up.
are
It's
gonna
4
go
o'clock, so we gotta
fast,
open
so you guys, what? We're just talking at the same time.
You're talking over me.
Okay.
Should we put the song back on?
Sure.
No. It's 4. Should we open his door?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna open Sunny's door. We let him wake up peacefully. We try and remember what it was like when our parents would wake us up and like run the vacuum as loud as possible. We try and do the opposite of that, and then we'll show them to you guys, and then we'll say goodbye. It's been an hour and a half. Schnauzer mixes are cute and hypoallergenic. Where does Tim get all his cool t-shirts? I get them all on vacation. I studied English literature in college. Yeah. What's Lo like? Timmy would know. Lo, oh, I hear him. I have no idea about Lo. I don't know anything about her. You don't have to have him say hello. We don't? All right. Well, figured you guys want to see him. He's so lovely and cute.
I made chocolate chip cookies. He said I walked in and he goes, I didn't close my eyes yet. Right, Sunny?
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody.
I want
Sonny,
You can have a cookie. He wants a cookie.
You can't tell, but these are all people. He looks at it and it's just our reflection in the thing, so he doesn't know what's going on. I wish he could see all of you. He is adorable.
Come. This is chocolate chip cookies.
Sonny, look, these are all people. These are all people saying hi to you. They're all strangers.
Say hey, how are you guys?
How are you guys?
How are you guys?
They're not talking.
Yeah, they're talking with their texts, with their typing.
Look, there's Norb. There's Norb.
Hi, Norb. We put Norb.
Say hi, Norb.
Hi, Norb.
Say hi, trickle raindrop.
Hi, Chip Raindrop.
That time. How's the cookie? What do you think?
Hey, where's that guy?
Say hi, Helen Hicks.
Hi, how Hicks.
Aw.
Aww.
All right. Well, this has been lovely.
Yeah, this really has.
I feel like this was the first time Whitney enjoyed doing the live as much as I normally enjoy
Yeah,
doing
it was
the live.
really fun. I think it helps for me to have makeup on. As vain as that sounds.
Interesting.
I feel I think that in general for my day actually today. Like I feel like I've had a better attitude about things because I felt good about how I looked. So I urge you all not to like get so vain, but
You know?
Sometimes.
Put on some clothes.
Yeah.
Put your face
Put a
on.
pair of jeans on.
Will you say hi to Priyanka Kale?
I don't know.
Good boy.
It's raining.
Oh, here, look at this
Yeah.
sharp knife right next to our son. All right, guys.
I'm glad you have a
He already had two. But he can have
You're welcome, Priyanka. Thank you for all the engagement during the live. Thank you to all you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We love you so much. Or I
Made
know
me-
Timmy loves some of you, not all of you.
Yeah, I don't love all of you.
And
Where is that?
But I feel better after venting
is
to you
that?
guys, so thank you very
Where is
much.
that?
Um,
We put the
have a
Maybe
good
we-
weekend.
maybe we should take some more questions. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jade, are you still there? Jade. All right.
That's,
Subscribe to our channel.
yeah, please.
Subscribe to
So
it
you're right.
before we give up on it.